Hi everyone, Shuzafat Blaze here from TradewithBolu Online Services, and here with you today I would be taking with the weekly analysis that we usually have, to have an expectancy over the market in the coming week on the trading market, on the financial market. So basically today we'll be analyzing four pairs, which are the XAUSD, the XAUSD, USDZAR, EURUSD, and GBPUSD. But as our custom is, let's reiterate the rules quickly. Trading leverage products such as forex derivatives may not be suitable for all investors as they carry a high degree of risk to your capital. Please ensure you fully understand the risk involved, take into account your investment objectives and experience and all that. So you can just pause this video, take a good look at this before we actually proceed in this video. So let's get on to it. So basically we'll be analyzing the DXY first, which is known as the dollar index. All right, to know the trend of the dollar, because one of the pairs that we're actually going to analyze are trading against the dollar. So basically we had a nice breakout here from a nice trend line, which the dollar is actually we were expecting for a long time. All right, and during the week we saw that there was a nice pretty sharp bounce back from 91.817 level. All right, so the dollar actually retraced back to the trend line, and I can tell you that this is a very tactical week because the dollar actually determines a lot right now this week, and we could be having a potential reversal, right, which would be a pretty nice downtrend back to this support zone. This is a really strong support zone, I can tell you that. All right, so as we have a very nice retracement to this support zone, or there will be a breakout of this trend line, which the dollar has been respecting quite well for some time. All right, and then we'll be having a nice uptrend continuing from there. So basically this week we'll be expecting either a continuation of this trend or a breakout of this point. And you can see that right now the market is actually a very consolidation phase. All right, the dollar is actually consolidating right now at this phase. So we'd pretty much like to just get to the pace. Like I told you earlier, it's going to be a very tactical week. All right, so from there we can proceed to the charts. All right, so basically the USDZAR, all right, like I told you, the dollar is actually expected to break out upward or downward, and this is the USD against the South African rand. All right, so basically what we're expecting here, as you can see, the dollar was weak and there was a nice downtrend here. As it picked up, the USDZAR also picked up and got back to his the trend line. Right, so you could see the strong rejection at this point, but still buyer persisted up to this point. So right now, like I said, the market is in is a consolidation phase. As you could see, there is actually instead of another bullish candle, there are a lot of wicks, and then a bearish candle is forming. So what we're actually seeing here is that if there's a breakout on the USD in the DXY, that's the dollar index, we're going to have a nice breakout here. But if we actually simply retest down, like we explained earlier, then this is simply going to retest down to this supply zone, which is a pretty nice support, as you can see it here. So that's basically what we're expecting for USDZAR this week. So be on the watch out on the DXY to know the next move. All right, so if there's an upward breakout, you simply know that okay, there's going to be a breakout here. Check your chart to get notified on that. All right, so for the EURUSD, and also to remind you guys, for fundamentals you can actually check these are I use for fundamentals. I use FX Street for my fundamentals personally. All right, and there you could get every kind of analysis, economic news, calendar, on anything, all right, on the financial market. All right, but we also make use of Forex Factory, to just have a nice look at the impact of the news coming the week. So you can see that this is a pretty nice week. All right, we have the dollar really not affected till Wednesday, where there's going to be high impact news by 1:30 p.m. and on Thursday by 1:30 p.m. also we're going to have very nice impacting news. I got very nice impacting news. So basically that's what we have it here. As you can see, these two sites actually really help you so based on your fundamentals, basically. So I make use of the FX Street, all right, to check the news, have a bit of analysis and all that. So you just know what's going on, all right, in terms of the fundamentals. And also you can check the calendars here as well, but I use Forex Factory for that. All right, so without wasting much time, you can check the site descriptions under the video below. So basically, moving on to the EURUSD. All right, so we anticipated a very nice rejection on the one of the previous analysis, and you can see this worked out pretty great. All right, so I mean, anyone that took this trade should have profited about 530 pips. All right, so that was a pretty nice entry. Okay, so basically here we have a double top, right, coming back to retest at the neckline. All right, but I'd like to remind everyone that this is actually a very strong support zone. All right, a very strong support zone over time. It's a very strong support zone. Price has actually been trying to break it fully since for a long time, but it hasn't successfully done. As you see, exactly here 1 2 3, then 4 came to retest, didn't break it, and later broke it, came back to retest, it came back to retest, broke a bit, still on the same supply zone. I didn't want to draw this fully so that you could just see the chart still forming. That's why I put it here. Okay, so basically, like I said, this is EURUSD. If the dollar weakens, or euro is going to go up, right? EURUSD is going to go up. But if the dollar strengthens, EURUSD is going to go down. All right. So like I said, we're a very tactical week. All right, where a lot of things are dependent on the dollar, the strength of the dollar. So if the dollar actually breaks off this trend line, which we showed earlier on here, if the dollar actually breaks off this trend line, all right, and goes up, that means EURUSD would go down. All right, but if it doesn't, all right, we'll have pretty much what we're expecting this week here. All right, based on the strength of the dollar, we could have a pretty nice retest reversal, which would actually get an uptrend back to this point, about 500 pips back. All right, or there could be a nice breakout, which will actually take us a very long way, because this breakout has been anticipated for a long time. All right, so basically, let me show you guys that. Okay, so if we have a breakout here, you can see the distance. If we have a breakout here, then we'll be anticipating over 1,000 pips. All right, so that's basically what we'll be expecting for the USD this week. All right, moving on my third pair, which is the XAUSD. I love you both so much. So basically here we'll be having a nice downtrend. Right, we anticipated this move from the breakout here. We anticipated in one of our analysis. All right, so I hope you check that out. I hope you took that trade. All right, over 1,000 pips on that. All right, pretty nice trade. Okay, so basically yeah, this is the big picture of XAU. All right, so somehow things are not running so smoothly because crypto news are also interfering with the gold, you know. And very recently we've had a pretty nice retest at this 1752.20 region here, and we could see that the price actually tested it, went back to retest the trend line. This is a nice round. All right, if you take a good look, this is a nice round. Would I try to break off but still didn't, and then it's going back to retest that same level. So basically, like I said, a lot of things are tactical this week depending on the DXY. All right, so this is XAUUSD, gold against the dollar. All right, so the dollar gains strength this week. All right, XAUUSD is going to go down, and dollar loses strength, XAUSD is going to go up. So if it breaks off the trend line, dollar DXY breaks off the trend line, we're going to have a pretty nice downtrend, which is anticipating over, I think, 2,000 pips or so. Up to 2,000 pips. Up to 2,000 pips. Let me check that for you guys. Yep, 1,900 pips, almost 2,000 pips. Okay, but if it doesn't, we'll simply have a nice retest. All right, and this will most probably retest this trend line or break off it to this demand zone right here. As we see, the price has retested 3 times, and this still did not break that particular price region. And also, don't forget, if we do not have, if there's no breakouts on the downward side, just remember that as there's a retracement back to this point, be careful about the trend line, which is already, the first TP level should be 270 pips. The second TP level should be 400 pips here, because the support is the support here. All right, you see as support turn into resistance, turn into support. All right, we later now is a resistance. So the second TP level is 400 pips. All right, and then the third TP level would be 800 pips for the week. If not, we just have a nice downtrend breakout and we throw that. Moving on to the last pair on this our weekly analysis is the GBPUSD, and I don't know, GBPUSD had a pretty nice uptrend, all right, just that I couldn't break up this particular price region. We spoke about BMS, all right, in one of our analyses, all right, so how we could have BMS, and I think some people took this trade, all right, so I hope you did so as well, all right, that was over 400, I think, yeah, 500 pips, so I hope you did that as well, you know. So basically, what do we have here? Okay, so basically the GBPUSD retested this price region twice, couldn't break it off, came back to retest the support. This is a very strong support, I'll tell you that. All right, just very nice support, tried breaking it, but you could see the very much impulsive move back to it. So right now what I see is that GBPUSD is actually in a phase whereby this is a support at some point and a resistance at some point, but right now it's a support to this, right? So this is a support zone, it's a resistance zone, support zone, whatever, you know, within this side, and we have a we can see a triangle forming gradually. If you want to, you should just take triangle from here with the support at this point. Okay, so this week, all right, based on the dollar, all right, we'll be having a pretty nice the pound too should be good this week, all right, just that we might have few news about it, all right, from Wednesday upward, all right, but we'll be expecting a pretty nice downtrend to this point, or simply a reversal back to the trend line. Then we could have a downtrend again, or there will be a breakout, all right. But a lot of factors are dependent on the DXY. Like I said, it's a very tactical week, all right. So do well to check your DXY and ensure you are updated on the groups on our Telegram channel, all right, TradewithBolu financial channel, TradewithBolu, and you can subscribe for one of our courses, optional course or advanced course, all right. So thank you very much for following me with this on this weekly analysis. Joseph Bless here. Have a nice week ahead. Thank you.